Yo, what's up? It's Younkins here, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about a model that I have created. It's called the Training Arrival Model, and I actually did an article on this last February for Elite FTS, which I'll put the link down below. And I actually kind of accidentally created this on my own without even realizing I was doing it. See, I work with a lot of different types of clients, from beginners to just intermediate level people, and then more advanced people, whether they're elite athletes or just very serious gym goers. So I had to be able to train people and understand where they were at in their own levels of journeys and the different types of personalities that lie inside of a gym. So basically, this all started with my fiance asking me last summer, how I approach my clients and how I see them. And so I just broke it kind of down into 3 different levels, and we kind of took off from it from there. And she helped me call it the training arrival model, and came out with the article. And ever since then, I've had more of a concrete way of describing my different levels of clients. So for you today, what could be a very big help is this may help you establish where you're at on this model, on this spectrum. Like I said, there's 3 different levels, and it's just gonna kind of help maybe make sense to yourself where you're at compared to others, so that you can kind of compare to yourself where you should be, and not compare yourself to the wrong people, so that it becomes much more individualized to yourself. Last thing we want to do is be a beginner comparing to someone that's been in the gym for 20 years, working super hard. That's not really realistic, nor should it be. So today, hopefully we take something away from this video for you. But the first level I want to talk about is level 1. And this is really like the beginner level, or someone that's maybe a former athlete that played sports in high school, and then, years have gone by, they haven't done anything, and they're trying to get back into shape. What this level is, these are people where you're adopting the lifestyle of coming to the gym, but what the main thing is you're working on is consistency. Consistency with showing up, consistency with performance. You're trying to just establish an overall, just more consistent approach to training all across the board. It's not super high up on your priority list yet, but it is something that's becoming part of your life. It's not everything yet, but this could be a period spent with good maybe 6 months to a year until you would go to level 2. Here you're just, like I said, you're just trying to learn the basics. If you're a coach and you're working with these clients, they're more open to, hey, help me, I want to learn. If you don't have a coach, you should be in the mindset of, I want to learn. Where can I learn? How do I do things right? Even from the right clothing to wear, the type of gym you want to be in. There's a lot of different variables that come into play. So what's really helpful is just to be, the baby elephant, and just absorb as much as possible. And just keep taking it in, and then going with it. And then also finding people that, you trust, that will help you, or be in an environment where people are helpful around you. You don't want to get kind of thrown into a place where you don't feel safe. So that's really level 1. I will touch on when motivation's low. It's usually like a 50-50 chance of that type of client or person will even show up to training that day. They may just take it off like, oh, it's just not happening, I don't feel good, I'll just go tomorrow, or I lost today. That's just simply because on a priority list, it's just not high enough yet in their life. And hopefully that'll come one day. We want to graduate level 1 people to level 2, because level 2 is really like the sweet spot, and I'll explain why here in a second. So level 2 is really someone that they're past level 1, and someone that they've really taken this on. This is now becoming a bigger part of their lives. It's not everything, but it's high enough where they're coming consistently. The training is has become more evolved. They're more grounded in their own training. If they have a coach, they're probably going to start asking a lot more questions. They want to know more. So now that they've known a lot themselves, what they've done to get themselves to this level of fitness, they're going to start looking elsewhere. Like, hey, how do I stack up with everybody else around the world? What are other people doing? And then, if you're a coach and your clients are coming back to you at this level and they're asking you a lot of questions, it's going to be your responsibility to answer them appropriately. And if you're a coach that's taking a level 1 client to a level 2, they're gonna have a ton of trust in you. So, it's really important at that point to make sure you're delivering the right value and information to them, because whatever you tell them, they're gonna believe you, and they're gonna go with it to keep continuing progress. When motivation's low for level 2 clients, they'll usually still show up to train, but through the whole workout, they'll probably have it in their mind that they've had a bad day and they're just trying to get through it, and they talk about it a lot. Some people may consider that complaining. It is what it is. I mean, it's just more of hey, I'm here working out, I'm proud of myself for even showing up kind of attitude. So, so that's that. With level 2, why I call it the sweet spots, because these people usually have a really good balance of life outside of gym and the gym. They can kind of separate it, but still they respect the gym enough to where they're not trying to damage what they're doing outside of the gym into the gym. But they do have, some sort of social life usually. They usually have other hobbies outside of the gym. Maybe they come to the gym 3 times a week and then they're playing basketball, or they just have other activities that they enjoy doing. Maybe they like running too. It's kind of endless. There's really no, black and white to this. It's all just a continuum spectrum, as you would. But there are people that really they have a pretty good touch on balance. They'll come, they'll show up, they put the work in, and then they go on with their lives. They don't let it consume them completely. So that's why I like to say level 2 is the sweet spot. If almost everybody could be there, that would be a really good place, in my opinion. Whereas level 3 is someone that is, very highly motivated. The gym is literally, the gym, their sport, whatever you would want to call it, is essentially their identity. That's pretty much who they are. And they'll put that almost at the very highest level possible they can in their life as a priority. This sounds really cool maybe, but in reality, not everybody can actually hack this, because it kind of takes a special wired person. I shouldn't even say it's special, just somebody that is just wired to want this gym to be all about their life, to where if they're supposed to train on Friday at 6 o'clock, that they're coming to train and they're not going to go skip training to go do something else, whether it's a family function, friends. They're going to come train and then they'll go do whatever later. This comes first, and we'll just say it's a very serious. They don't take themselves always too serious, but training is just very important to them. It's almost like a job to them, is how a level 3 person would see it. When low motivation is present for level 3, typically what happens is they'll just still show up anyways, and they'll go out to work and they'll make it happen. You may hear I'm just having a bad day, but then boom, they drop it and they keep working. That's a good quality. One of the hardest qualities when it comes to coaching with a level 3 is they're very cautious about who they trust. To where it takes a long time to usually earn their respect if level 3 client is under you and you're trying to help them. They're just very stingy. They just kind of pick and choose what information they want to take from you, to whereas a level 1 and level 2, they're more just, hey, help me, I want to know, I want to get better. And a level 3, they just may look at it as, hey, I've been doing this for X amount of years, I know how to train myself. I just want information when I want to ask for it. So not everybody's the same. Again, this is just sort of a continuum of people, because I've trained, everybody from beginners to advanced athletes and, professional athletes. So it really just comes down to, taking yourself and, if you find yourself on a level 1, don't be comparing yourself to someone who's been doing this, like I said, for a long time. If you understand, like, hey, like, when motivation's low, I don't really want to go, and you think you're level 1, well, it just kind of explains you're not there yet to where this isn't a high enough priority to show up. If you're level 2 and, you're training consistently and you didn't do that before in the past, well, now you just realize you kind of graduated to a level 2, that this is a bigger part of your life, and you're going to make sure that, it's important to you and you're going to show up. If you're level 3 and people think you're weird because you're skipping stuff because you have to go to the gym, it doesn't mean you're weird. It's just, this is what's important to you. It's who you are. So, just kind of embrace where you're at on the journey and where you want to go or think you want to go. So that's all. If you guys like the video, click subscribe, click like, comment, share, all that good stuff. If you have any questions, anything you want answered in the future, just drop a comment, hit me up on social media, and yeah, we'll see you next time. All right, peace.